The village of Ferns, 12 minutes down the road, that direction, there's a castle. I think it's for demolition. It's a 13th century castle, and I think it's just an eyesore. I think I'm going to have a little look and see what's subscribe, press the bell icon.
I want to go back to that tumble-down shack where the wild roses bloom around the door, just to pillow my head in that old trundle bed, just to see my old mother once more. There's a bright gleaming light.
Alright, I got that wrong actually. I don't think it's going to be demolished. It's already demolished. It was demolished 800 years ago, and it was a wooden building, and they rebuilt it. So that's how long ago it was demolished. Yeah, well, obviously, alright, I knew that. I'm not silly. Now over here, I'm going to show you now. There's a moat. Alright, so here's the moat. It's quite deep actually. That used to go around, or does go around the whole castle, right? Stopped over there, but I'm sure it went around all the way around, and they filled it in about 300 or 400 years ago, and they only found it by accident back in the 70s, and they dug it out again. And of course there is fucking people who throw litter in there, and why not? I just throw the litter in there. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, you get them all, get them everywhere, don't you? Okay, you can still go into the building actually, up that little stairs, in through that little door, and that'll bring you right up to the roof. Ferns is an historic little town in North County Wexford, and Ferns Castle is plonk in the middle of it. The Anglo-Norman fortress was built in the 13th century. I think that was around 1250, 1254. I'm not 100% on that one, but I do remember reading it somewhere. And they think the castle was built by William Marshall. They're not 100% sure on that one. He would have been the first Earl of Pembroke, which was away over in England. When you're looking down from above, you can work out that the castle would have had 4 massive towers. Now there's only 1.5 towers left, and one of them which you can, as I said already, walk up onto the roof. And back in those days, 1250, it must have been something else for people in those days to be able to look down over the side of it, because it would have been really high. It would be like a skyscraper, whereby people in those days just lived in single-story thatched houses. Now there's a nice modern visitor centre off to the side on the grounds, and it has loads of information in there. You can wander into it. Now it's seasonal, it's not open off-season during the winter. Now there's a well-known tapestry depicting the history of Ferns in stitchwork. Now a lot of people in those days obviously couldn't read or write, so stitchwork would have held all the information and would have been passed down. This information started in this tapestry 598 AD to the coming of the Normans in 1169. Now it would have been a few years after that they built the castle itself, but they were around before that. I suppose you could say the Normans were a bit of a blow-in from England. Now look at my drone shot here. It got quite close to the wall, and in fact, in reality, it's a lot closer than it shows on the video. But in saying that, not a bad bit of flying anyway. Maybe you were unaware of, but the Normans are actually English, and the Normans, when they came over in 1250, 13th century, they actually stayed for 800 years, and it took the Irish to kick them out in 1922 to get their independence again. Now I don't like talking about this because it's too close to my soul. They were invited over by High King of Ireland, which was Dermot MacMurrough. Now, my first name is also Murrough, so I am not actually blood related to them, so I'm not responsible for anything. And that is MURROUGH, King Dermot MacMurrough, if you ever want to Google him. He's a lot to answer to. I had nothing to do with my namesake. Nothing. Now, as all the YouTubers say at this stage, please subscribe and press the bell icon. And maybe even leave a comment. Alright, that'd be lovely. Thanks a lot.